Sorry for the poor lighting in here, guys, but I just wanted to talk a little bit about how we made it past the $1 million mark. It's been a great year. We're selling jobs still every day. Here it is, almost the end of the very end of the year, and we're still selling jobs every single day. So the the few things that we've done to get over the $1 million mark was I'm going to give you a list of 10 things here. We got number one is we were able to offer financing. I don't know if I've told you before, but because of my personal credit and how bad it was initially, when it took me several times about applying to become able to offer the financing. For some reason, they go off. I mean, even though you're qualifying your customers, it shouldn't have anything to do with you. But trust me, it's a direct. They will not let you offer it unless you have good credit yourself. So we were able to do that. That's alone has given us a huge revenue boost. Number two is we got uniforms. I'm not currently wearing a uniform right now, but all my guys wear uniforms, and there's just a perceived value with that. It makes you look like professionals, period. So that's one thing that we hadn't done in the past. I'd always purchase shirts, and everybody got 6, 7 shirts at a time, and then 6 months later I'd go get more shirts. But we went ahead and went with the uniform service, so I recommend doing the same. Number three, we hired for people skills and personality. I kind of gave up looking for qualified help. I mean, it's just the guys who have been doing this a long time, they're hard to find. They're happy where they're at. So they're not really looking for jobs, as what I've found at least. So, but the bottom line is you can't turn a jerk into a nice guy. So hire good, people with good personalities and people skills. You can train the skills, to fix the furnaces and air conditioners. So we've hired several people this year. I think four people. So, and they're all young and they're learning and they love it. So that's the way to go. I'm totally convinced that's the way to go. Number four is we cut the cancer. We had some guys we had a particular individual who just was it was like walking on eggshells every time he came to the office. And we just got to the point where he just pushed us over the limit. We had to let him go. So, but it was as scared as I was afraid to let him go because we needed him. He's a great guy. Personally, he's a great guy. And I could rely on him. He came to work every day, but there were so many things that, and just causing fights and drama within our organization all the time. So we let him go, and everybody was relieved, and everybody picked up the slack. So don't be afraid to get rid of that guy who makes everyone miserable. Number five, we provided training and developed a training schedule. So if there's a particular guy in your group that knows a particular subject, then have him teach on the subject. We can all learn from everybody. So that's what we did. We just, every week, we've got a different guy giving a presentation, whether it be me or my general manager or the other 8, 9 guys. So everybody gets their chance, and it gives them a chance to learn. They study and before they give the presentation, and we all enjoy it, and it's a good way to learn. So number 6 is we found new ways to pay my coworkers. So, we've always done spiffs. If you sold something, you get a spiff, but we made spiffs for a lot of other categories. So if you sell a humidifier, for instance, you get a spiff, which I know it should have always been that way, but it's just something we had never done. And we also have a list of other things that we ask them to do on every service call. And as long as they do those things, then at the end of the month, I pay out cash bonuses. And if they still sell something, they still get their spiff on their regular check, but they also get cash bonuses. And I've paid out over $1,000 just since we started doing it. It's probably been about $1,500 just in the last 2.5 months or so in cash. So the guys like that, and it's a great way to pay on performance. So another thing is we built our stock up this year. We really didn't have much stock, and we also got organized. We've been heavily focused on organization right now still. And we're getting there, and it's going to be awesome when it's finished. So I'll give you guys a tour of our shop here in the next couple videos for sure. I think you'll enjoy it. So another thing I got on there is just monetize everything. When you're thinking about your business, that came down to stocking better. So we found that when we didn't have something in stock and we had to make a trip to the supply house, you need to put a dollar amount to what does it cost to send a guy to the supply house. Think about your fuel, your wear and tear on your vehicle, the time it takes in and out of the supply house, their time to get back, and put a dollar amount to everything you can think of, and it'll make you more efficient. You'll start understanding just how much it costs you, when you don't have things in stock. So number 8, we had goals. We had the $1 million a year goal. And if we wouldn't have had that, I'm thoroughly convinced we wouldn't have made it. Every month we're looking at our goals. We have a goal every month, and we know where we are to hit it and how far away we are, and we strive to hit them, and we just blew them out of the water. I mean, just a phenomenal year. So number 9, I've got, you've just got to get excited. You got to get excited for your organization in your sales meetings every week. Get pumped up. You got to get excited in order to sell. So however you can do that, or, if it's money, if it's prizes, if it's weekend getaways, whatever you got to do to give away to get sales rolling, you got to do it. So at number 10, I got this from a guy named Art Williams. My general manager turned me on to this guy. He had actually worked for this company years ago, and they sell mutual funds and term life insurance, but he just gives an epic speech called Just Do It. So you need to look it up on YouTube here, and man, that will touch you. If you're like me, that really meant something to me. It's because I'm just a normal guy, trying to make it, and I'm not the smartest guy. I'm certainly not stupid, but I don't have a college education. I just know how to work hard, and that's what that speech is about. It'll truly touch you, and I think it'll mean something to you, because hard work can overcome anything, and the just do it. I mean, that's what we've done this year. Just do it. I mean, regardless of what it takes, once you're committed to a job, just do it. Do whatever it takes to get it done. And I'll try to share that link with you for that video. It's really good speech. So that's pretty much, what we've done this year that put us over the edge. And I wish you the best of luck for next year. And excuse me. And it's going to be a great year. It's kind of disappointing because we got to start all over again with our goals, and but it's also exciting because we're going to start the whole year. We do it all over. So good luck to you, and watch that video. Make sure and subscribe to my channel, and go make money.